Hello, I'm Chris Stansberry, and welcome to Inside ECU. In this episode, we're going to shine the spotlight on the Brody School of Medicine and a familiar face that has come back to East Carolina to lead the charge. But first, it's a top priority at every college and university: campus safety. ECU Police Chief Scott Shelton and his officers have committed themselves to becoming more visible and making people more aware of what's going on campus. Chief Shelton calls this community policing.
Scott, as you know, we have a wide range of responsibilities in student affairs, but none is more important to me than the safety of our students and the campus community. I think it's important that we share with the people, especially the students and their parents, the safety initiatives that we have taken place. So I would like for you to share with me a little bit about what you're doing over in the ECU Police Department.
Well, I think that's absolutely important because we do have to get the message out there to our community that we care about them and the safety and security on this campus. I would like to tell you, I absolutely appreciate your interest and support in the police department, and beyond that, the commitment you have to the safety and security on this campus of our students, faculty, and staff. One of the things I truly believe in is that our officers, if they're going to be able to provide the security services and the safety for our campus, they have to gain the knowledge through training and education. And particularly in community policing. Community and problem-oriented policing is a philosophy, if you will, that has concepts that I've been an advocate of for years. And I think that will really connect our police department, the community, in solving crimes and other problems on our campus.
At East Carolina University, community policing is more than just a good idea. It's at the very heart of what the police force is all about. At its core, community policing means breaking down barriers between the police force and the community it serves and protects. It's done in a variety of ways, through education and meetings on topics like personal safety, drinking and driving, and crime prevention. It focuses on informing the community, being sensitive to the community's needs, and even learning from the community. By working together and creating a partnership of sorts, they fully expect that crime will go down and community safety will rise. One way that the ECU police force is breaking down barriers is with their bike patrol officers. Officer Chuck Wills is one of them.
I prefer actually a bike patrol on campus. It's a better interaction with the community, as far as most people don't expect to see an officer on a bike per se, and they're more prone to talk to me or ask me questions. It's just a better interaction. I can go to different places than I can in a car. So I've been riding for about 6 or 7 years now, so I'm pretty much used to it, and I like it. Once I started riding, I definitely see the positive effect I can have on riding bike patrol.
Patrolling on a bike does put the officers in more direct contact with the community they serve. What they see day in and day out is that it makes the officer more accessible and builds on the idea of a partnership between the community and the police force. This changes the dynamic of how the officer is viewed, and the interaction takes on a much more positive and personal nature. This benefits the community and the police force. Yet, when it does come time to protect the community, the bike has its advantages as well.
You know, a lot of times our community is a college campus, so we got a lot of things with alcohol. You know, if I wasn't in a bike, I probably wouldn't see some of the things they would be doing as far as walking through campus, you know, damaging property or certain things like that, or even walking through campus drinking. I definitely can see them better on a bike and can ride up on them. I think the suspects usually, if they're involved in any kind of criminal activity, they're always looking for a patrol car in the area. You know, that's their main focus, and they don't really expect to see an officer on a bike ride up on them. So definitely a level of surprise riding a bike.
For certain events on and around campus, the bike patrol is even required.
We always have to ride for football games and Halloween. So depending on what weather it is, you're going to ride no matter what. It's especially optional. If it's really cold or really hot, I wouldn't have to ride a bike. I'll be in a car, absolutely.
Even with the training, the bike patrol officers have to be extra careful. They are more exposed as they don't have the protection provided by their patrol cars. But this all goes a long way to getting to know the community better, to being accessible in ways that they can't always do from within the car, and it gets the officers into areas that they can't get to in the normal car patrol. And because of the ease with which the community interacts with the officers, it makes them really feel a part of the community.
It's a good relationship I have with the community, and our police has with the community. You know, when they need us, we're there. You can imagine a college campus without police officers, it would be total chaos. So, my aspect is important for protecting people and keeping the campus safe is my main priority. And without police officers, that wouldn't happen.
Well, thank you, Chief, for the update. I'm confident that the initiatives that we currently have in place will certainly make a difference on our campus. And Officer Wills is certainly a great representative for East Carolina University. It's important for us to remember that the safety of our students, faculty, and staff for both of us is the most important responsibility we have here at East Carolina.
Did you know in 2009 the ECU Police Department established an email and phone tip line for people who have information to assist police investigations? Send your emails to ecupdtips@ecu.edu, or you can call 737-8477. Dr. Paul Cunningham spent more than 20 years as a faculty member and administrator at the Brody School of Medicine at East Carolina before deciding to move up north. He became the chair of the Department of Surgery at an upstate medical center in New York. After 6 impressive years, he came back home to East Carolina University and the Brody School of Medicine, now as the Dean of the Medical School and Vice Chancellor for Medical Affairs.
It's been wonderful since I've been back. It feels like a bit of a homecoming. It's been a tremendous welcome. Of course, I left a lot of old friends behind, but beyond that, I've been excited by all of the new people that I've met and who have come to populate Eastern North Carolina.
Ironically, addressing the medical needs of that growing population has become one of Dr. Cunningham's top priorities on multiple levels.
Remember, we're an academic medical center. We have 3 components: the service mission to patients, we educate students and residents, and we do unique research, really focusing on the needs of our region. Diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular diseases as examples. What really excites me is being able to change the health statistics in my lifetime in Eastern North Carolina in some measurable way.
And the Brody School of Medicine is poised to do just that.
It's an obligation, actually, our mission. The mission of the school obliges us to do that work. We have more diabetes in Eastern North Carolina than other components of the state. In fact, much more than most of the nation. Cancer, heart disease, HIV, tuberculosis, you name it, we have it here in Eastern North Carolina at high titer.
Add to that the 2008 U.S. Census Bureau report identifying North Carolina as the 4th fastest leader in population growth and highest east of the Mississippi River. The same can be said for growth throughout the East.
The population of Eastern North Carolina is expected to double by 2030.
It's a little scary.
Oh, that's huge. When you're talking about demand for services, access to services, knowing fully well that part of that growth is related to retirement.
In stark contrast, the North Carolina Institute of Medicine reports the ratio of physicians to population will drop by 21% by 2030. To meet this growing demand, ECU and the UNC Board of Governors have set a goal of increasing student class size from 72 to 120 in the next 5 to 7 years.
We already have a really well-established track record, a strong track record of recruiting and retaining physicians from North Carolina to North Carolina. And so we feel that if we maintain that strategy and increase the numbers, we'll be able to increase the proportion of physicians in our region quite dramatically over time.
However, there is some help on the way.
This is a much needed facility and it's coming in the nick of time.
Dr. Kenneth Steinweg, the interim chair of the Department of Family Medicine, says completion of the new Family Medicine Center will go a long way to achieving the goals of the Brody School of Medicine.
You have to have an attractive training facility to attract residents, and if residents train with you, there's a high probability they'll stay in the area to practice. So having a national class facility like this will be a tremendous beacon to have us get the best qualified primary care physicians we can, family physicians, in training, and then hopefully retain them.
Francis and Robert Monk of Farmville made sure taking those steps will be much easier. In 2006, the Monk family donated $2.5 million to support the geriatric center within the new Family Medicine Center. Steinweg, who got to know Robert Monk while he was being cared for at Brody, said this will be a tremendous addition to ECU, the medical school, and beyond.
It will benefit all the people of Eastern North Carolina, both locally and regionally. It'll help us train the physicians of the future, help us improve care for people in the region, and so it perfectly matches our needs, and I'll be eternally grateful for their thoughtfulness in doing that.
While ECU, UNC Chapel Hill, and other state institutions may battle on the athletic field, in the medical field, Cunningham says it's only logical to partner with these powerhouses to strengthen everyone involved. For example, the Leo Jenkins Cancer Center at ECU is collaborating with the Lineberger Cancer Center in Chapel Hill. The goal is simple: build working relationships to address all the needs of the state.
We have this unique patient population. Our cancer incidence rates in Eastern North Carolina are distinctly higher than the rest of the state. We need to understand that so that we can address those needs appropriately. And there's no better way of doing that than through a collaboration with the flagship school up the road, UNC Chapel Hill.
Cunningham says achieving success is not an option, it's expected. From groundbreaking research such as seeking treatment for the most common form of ovarian cancer, breast cancer, and other cancers, to the new Department of Public Health, and so much more, the Brody School of Medicine under Dr. Paul Cunningham is moving forward in new and exciting ways.
That's so exciting. That's primary care is really one of our central missions here. This is what the Brody School of Medicine has become famous for over time. We believe that there is another role for the Brody School of Medicine as we look towards it for leadership and direction, and indeed as it brings us all along in its own economy.
Did you know in the fiscal year 2007-2008, the Brody School of Medicine clinics handled more than 335,000 outpatient visits? We thank you for joining us for this episode of Inside ECU. If you would like to submit a question, comment, or perhaps even a story idea for an upcoming show, please send us an email to insideecu@ecu.edu.